Part 1. Useful foods for memory and a clear mind after 60 years of age. As many people age, it becomes harder to memorize information, focus, and sometimes absent-mindedness appears. But nutrition can have a big impact on brain function. Here's a list of foods that actually support memory, reduce the risk of dementia, and help keep your mind clear. 1. Fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, sardines. Why it's beneficial? This fish is rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which nourish the brain, improve blood circulation, and protect against age-related changes. It is especially important for the prevention of dementia and Alzheimer's disease. How much and how to eat? It is recommended to eat 2 times a week for 100 to 150 grams. Cooking is best steamed, baked in the oven, or stewed. Do not fry in oil. This reduces the benefits. Simple recipe. Baked salmon with lemon and herbs. Salmon fillet. 150 grams lemon. 2 slices parsley or dill. To taste salt. To taste, put the fish on foil. Add lemon, herbs, a little salt. Bake at 180 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes. Eat for lunch with boiled potatoes or buckwheat. 2. Nuts, especially walnuts. Why it's good for you. Walnuts are rich in B vitamins, vitamin E, and antioxidants that nourish the brain and protect its cells. How many and how to eat? 5 to 6 walnuts a day, preferably in the morning or as a snack. Can be added to porridge, salads, or eaten with kefir. Simple recipe. Porridge with nuts and berries. Oatmeal. 4 tablespoon spoons. Water or milk. 200 milliliters. Walnuts. 4 pieces. Frozen berries. 1 tablespoon spoon. Boil oatmeal. Add nuts and berries. A very healthy breakfast for the brain. 3. Berries. Blueberries, cranberries. Why beneficial? Berries are rich in antioxidants, improve memory, and prevent inflammation in the brain. How much and how to eat? 100 grams 3 to 4 times a week. More often is possible. Suitable fresh, frozen, or as a smoothie. Simple recipe. Berry and banana smoothie berries. 100 grams banana, 1 piece. Kefir. 200 milliliters. Whip everything in a blender. Great to drink in the morning or between meals. 4. Eggs. Why they're good for you. Contains choline, a substance that is involved in transmitting signals between brain cells. How much and how to eat? 1 egg a day, boiled, scrambled, or in a salad. Simple recipe. Omelet with vegetables. Eggs, 2 pieces. Bulgarian pepper, 1/4. Tomato, 1 piece. A little milk, 2 tablespoons. Cut vegetables and lightly fry without oil. Pour beaten eggs with milk. Stew under a lid for 5 to 7 minutes. 5. Oatmeal and whole grain porridge. Why useful? Slowly raise blood sugar, improve brain nutrition, and protect blood vessels. How much and how to eat? Breakfast 5 to 6 times a week. A serving is 4 to 5 tablespoons of dry cereal. Simple recipe. Oatmeal on milk with apple oatmeal. 5 spoons milk. 200 milliliters. Apple, half. Grated, a little honey, if desired. Boil porridge, add apple and honey. 6. Leafy vegetables. Spinach, lettuce, broccoli. Why useful? Rich in folic acid, vitamin K, and other substances that improve brain and blood vessel function. How much and how to eat? 100 to 150 grams every day. Better in salads, soups, casseroles. Simple recipe. Warm spinach and egg salad. Spinach, a handful, boiled egg, 1 piece. Olive oil, 1 teaspoon. Sweat spinach lightly in a pan without oil, top with sliced egg. Pour oil over it. 7. Bitter chocolate from 70% cocoa. Why it's good for you. Improves mood. Activates brain function. How much and how to eat? 10 to 15 grams per day. preferably in the morning. How to consume. Add a piece of chocolate to your morning coffee or tea. Part 2. Which foods are bad for memory and mental clarity in old age? As we age, the brain becomes more sensitive to food. What once seemed harmless can now interfere with clear thinking, impair memory, and even increase the risk of dementia. Below is a list of foods that you should avoid or strictly limit your intake. 1. Sugar and sweets. Why harmful? Excess sugar impairs brain function, causes blood glucose levels to spike, and can lead to memory impairment over time. Sugar also damages blood vessels, including those in the brain. What to limit? White sugar candy cookies, jams with a lot of sugar-sweet sodas, and store-bought juices. What to replace with? Fruit, apple, pear, plum, up to 200 grams per day. A little honey, up to 1 teaspoon a day. Homemade oatmeal cookies without sugar. Simple substitute recipe: baked apple with cinnamon apple, 1 piece. Cinnamon, a pinch. Honey, 1/2 teaspoon. Optional. Cut apple in half, sprinkle with cinnamon, bake in the oven for 15 minutes. A great sugar-free dessert. 2. Sausages and smoked meats. Why harmful? Contain high amounts of salt, harmful preservatives and saturated fats which clog blood vessels and impair brain nutrition. What to limit or eliminate? Sausages. Smoked chicken skewers and ham from supermarkets. What to replace with? Boiled chicken breast. Braised meat without salt. Steamed fish. Simple recipe: chicken fillet with vegetables in the oven. Chicken fillet, 150 grams. Carrots, 1 piece. Broccoli, a handful olive oil, 1 teaspoon. Chop everything, put in a mold, spray with oil, and bake at 180 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes. 3. Fried food. Why it's harmful. Frying releases harmful substances, especially if sunflower oil is used. Fried foods raise levels of bad cholesterol, clogging blood vessels and interfering with the blood supply to the brain. What to exclude? Fried potatoes, buttered pancakes, pan-fried meat. What to replace? Steamed, oven-baked, stewed dishes. Easy option: stewed zucchini with onions and carrots. Zucchini, 1/2 carrots, 1/2 onion, 1 teaspoon oil. Chop vegetables. Stew on low heat for 15 to 20 minutes. Can be added to porridge or meat. 4. Margarine and trans fats. Why harmful? These fats destroy blood vessels and cause inflammation in the body. They are added to store-bought cakes, cookies, muffins, and prepared baked goods. What to exclude? Store-bought cakes, pre-packaged buns and muffins. Margarine puffs. What to replace with? Homemade baked goods with vegetable oil or butter in small amounts. Unsweetened cottage cheese, oatmeal cookies. Simple recipe: homemade oatmeal flatbreads. Oat flakes, 5 tablespoons. Egg, 1 banana, 1. A little cinnamon mix, and bake on a dry pan. 5. Salt in large quantities. Why it's harmful? Excess salt raises blood pressure and overloads blood vessels, including those in the brain. This can cause headaches and memory impairment. What to limit? Salted fish, herring, canned food, pickles, ready-made sauces, ketchup, mayonnaise. How much you can have? No more than 1 teaspoon of salt per day, including what's already in foods. What to replace with? Lemon juice, dried herbs, basil, dill, oregano, garlic. Helpful. Tip: try gradually reducing the amount of salt. After 1 to 2 weeks, your taste buds will get used to it and you will taste the food much brighter. 6. White bread and products made from extra virgin flour. Why harmful? Raise sugar levels quickly, cause lethargy, and interfere with clear thinking. White bread contains no nutrients, only empty calories. What to replace with? Whole grain bread, rye bread, bran bread. How much you can have. 1 to 2 slices a day, preferably in the morning. Example, breakfast. A slice of whole wheat bread with cottage cheese, greens, and a boiled egg. 7. Alcohol and tobacco. Why it's harmful. Alcohol and smoking severely impair brain function, destroying neurons, disrupting sleep, and accelerating aging. What to do? It's best to quit completely. Even small doses of alcohol impair memory. Smoking causes chronic vasospasm, and the brain begins to starve. Conclusion. To preserve memory, attention, and mental clarity after 60 years, it is not necessary to sit on a strict diet. It is enough to add useful products, which we talked about in the first part, and limit harmful ones, as in this part. Gradually, without stress. Your brain will thank you. If you want, I can prepare a short splash text for this video and cover text to make everything look spectacular and eye-catching. Say the word, and I'll do it.